Hi, this is Hughes Outdoors. Today we're going to be discussing emergency shelters. So we've got two companies here. One that everyone's probably very familiar with, Lifesystems, and this is their four-man shelter. And one that people probably aren't quite familiar with is Summit Gear. Also got their four-man super light shelter as well. So as you can see straight away, a bit of a size difference between the two. In fairness though, if you obviously squeeze this down, as it's going to be in your pack, squeeze this down, it's realistically going to be about a third of the size. And let's give them away and see what the difference is there as well. Okay, so let's start off with the Lifesystems. So Lifesystems coming in at circa $499. And the Summit Gear is coming in at 353 grams. So that's a difference of 146 grams. So yeah, stacking up quite well so far. So obviously you've got the size difference there. Price wise, the Lifesystems, I've seen these anywhere from £35 to £45. And the Summit Gear, you can only buy them direct at summitgear.co.uk. And they come in at $54.99. And that's plus shipping for both of those as well. The Summit Gear, they do make it in a non-super light and this, and they actually make this up to from a 2-person up to a 15-person. And Lifesystems make theirs from a 2-person up to a 10-person, obviously price and everything differing with that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put up some chairs and put them over the chairs and open them up so we can sort of see them side by side. And then secondly, we'll get inside it, see what they're like inside, and then lastly we'll see how easily they go back into the bag. Okay, so here we go, got a couple of chairs set up. So we're going to open up both of them, set them up and see how they look side by side. So let's start to go for Lifesystems. So one thing straight away with this one, it has got a window on it, which I know the other one doesn't. So you've got the window on both sides, the bag stays attached and also acts as a bit of a chimney, an air vent. And then at the corners here, you've got these folded over bits of material, which is where everyone would sit, or we can throw packs down on, and that's going to be what's going to anchor it down. And then obviously everyone's heads just going to prop it up. But I say that if I pin it, that's kind of the size of it there. I'll take you for a view around it so you can see properly in a minute. So in comparison, we have the Summit Gear here. I know Lifesystems comes in and out. This is actually the first time I've opened up the Summit Gear since receiving it, so it'll be interesting how this one is. So straight off, you haven't got the lips on the corners where people would sit. As I said, you haven't got the window, but the fabric, I believe, is probably a bit more translucent. And this is, they do this one in a couple of different colours. I know they do it in a green with like a reflective side and a normal side. go, so if I hold them up, that's that profile there. And I'm just going to pause it and I'll move them both round to the side profile for you to see that also. So yeah, so say if I pin it up again, as you see the summit side profile with the window there. Sorry, I do apologise, you've got the window on the one side of it, and then this is the summit here, and I say that one, just nice opaque there, and yeah, I've got a couple of loops for hanging this one as well, and both of them have got a cinch cord on the bottom for tightening up everything. So obviously if you pull the cinch cord on this one and pull everything, gather it up, and you wouldn't even develop a shelf as such for everyone to sit on and anchor it down. So let's have a quick look what they look like inside. Yeah, so that's what it's like in the Life Venture. So it's reasonably roomy, despite actually being the smaller out of the two on paper. And got a decent amount of light coming in, obviously through that window. So again, we're in another inside another orange or James Giant Peach. So this one got a little less light in here. Both are pretty damn warm inside. I thought Life Venture was going to be the warmer out of two, but actually it's but this one heated up pretty quick as soon as I got in as well. So both are cosy inside. So I'm going to get back out of here before I cook and give you my verdicts. Okay, let's just pack them down quickly. So Life Venture would say the bag just basically prolapses outward. And just do a little stuff in there. So that's the Summit gear, Summit Lifesystems back in the bag. Not the tidiest job, but it's in there. Okay, I'm going to say Summit gear, a bit more worried about how this one's going to go back in. That looks all so nicely rolled up, but I'm going to try just stuff it and see if it goes in nicely that way. Okay, so this one has the detached bag, so I might even just do away with that and put it all into a stuff sack, depending on how this goes. Definitely got a thumb in there, so my hands are too big for really fist shoving it in there. But it's going. And, silky materials makes it a lot easier. Next little bit. Okay, not so painful. I think I'll probably have a roll top bag though for this, just because I think it's just nicer to get things in and out easier rather than sort of having any real type of fight. But that's that one. So, what are my thoughts on the two? Okay, so final verdicts on the two of them. So this one's actually the bigger one. So dimensions of this one, 1 meter 20 long by 110 wide and 110 high. But with the height, you're probably going to lose a bit of that, and it's going to actually probably be about the same height as the Lifesystems. by the time you pull the drawer cords and give yourself that shelf to sit on to keep it all anchored. And then the Lifesystems is 140 long, so a bit longer, and but only 90 wide and only 80 tall. But as I say, it has got those shelves already that built there. And say, like Summit Gear Direct, these are very easily accessible. So if you do need one in a rush, I'd say yeah, you're going to have to get Lifesystems, because the Summit Gear, they're on smaller batches. But this is the one that I'm going to run. It's a lot smaller, further size, saving 145 or so grams there in weight. And this can literally ride in the top of my bag in the top flap. So yeah, so that's a no-brainer for me, and it's going to be more so of emergency use, because I tend to carry a tarp with me anyway, so any like food stops or anything, I'm going to be using trekking poles and a tarp. So yeah, this is purely emergency. I had this one previously. I think this one's if you're looking to use one for yeah, for more lunchtime stops and stuff. I think either could work well. I think this one could be a bit nicer, just because you've still got a window to look out on the world. But yeah, it's down to the individual really. As I say, $54.99. I think it's well worth the money for the amount of space you save. Weight, not so bothered about. For me though, the size of it is really where it's at. But I say absolute bargain, £35. And I've seen if you can pick it up quite regularly. And it's good, thick shelter, feels robust. And these ones have been really good. And I have this recommendation from the JB Mountain Skills videos. Yeah, he had one of these and sort of looked into them. Really good company, really good customer service. So I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. It's just purely, I think, if you want to save the size and if you're going to use it more regularly, I think Lifesystems, just because you've got that extra bit of light in there, although the material is thinner on here, late flight through, it's just sometimes nice to have a bit of a view. Okay, thanks. This has been Hughes Outdoors. You can like, subscribe, and also, feeling generous, sort of contribute on Patreon. And look forward to getting out there soon. Stormy Eunice at the moment. I was meant to be in Snowdonia for 3 days, but yeah, I sort of thought I'd see a bit of caution on that and stay home instead. But I'm going to start working tomorrow, so hopefully I can get at least 2 days in next weekend instead. Okay, thanks for stopping by.